Okay, this is Daniel Vegematic 10 back with once again with another coaching video. This time we're coaching a classic Jinx up against a Caitlyn in the laning phase. This should be a very interesting matchup. Now let's go over some of the bot lane matchups right now. So we've got Jinx Taric. So this is really good in terms of the mid game skirmishes due to the fact that we have a Xinjiao in the jungle, Tom Kench in the top lane. No, it's Taric top lane. Oh wow, okay, so that completely changes everything. I didn't see, because normally you'd assume that Tom Kench is in the top lane and Taric goes to the support and not the other way around. Um, Okay, so that's going to be a little different. It actually no, it doesn't matter because mid-game skirmishes is still going to be exactly the same. And that you still have Taric, you still have Xinjiao, you still have Orianna. If this team decides to group early after say a few towers and does rotations correctly, they can win the game smoothly. Now let's go over how problematic the laning phase is for Jinx. So you know that Jinx is naturally short range if she's not using her rockets. So the best response to pick against that is Caitlyn. Now Caitlyn, long range 625 or it's 650 is still a big problem for Jinxes to handle. While she's CSing, a good Jinx or a good Caitlyn would punish the Jinx for CSing by auto attacking her with say a regular auto attack or an empowered headshot passive. So to play this laning phase out, you're gonna have to maneuver in between the bushes a lot and definitely ward up because if you want to keep the lane even, she's probably gonna aim endlessly harass you. Provided that she doesn't get hit by minion aggro or anything like that. Otherwise, you're pretty much set to succeed. Okay, so Leash here is really nice for Xinjiao. He's gonna kill it. Both get to lane on time. And remember what I said about in my previous videos about lane control. So since both of you, oh Jesus, this again. So since both of you guys show up to lane on at the exact same time, it does give away the fact that your jungler is in fact starting on the bottom half of the map. And by starting on the bottom half of the map, that means that the most likely candidate for a gank will come towards top side. And if anything, depending on how the player decides to play, like let's say Xinjiao decides to play a devour heavy jungle, right? So if he does a devour heavy jungle, that means that the bot lane on their side or any other lane, mid, top, doesn't have to expect ganks at the early stages of the game due to the fact that Xinjiao is a devour based jungler. And if he doesn't show up after a certain period of time, the enemies will decide, okay, he's going devour, we can make pressure plays because Kha'Zix is not a devour jungler, he's a carry jungler based on warrior. So the bot lane has to be aware that the enemy jungler is Kha'Zix. He does need mana to gank properly, so it'll be a while. But other than that, everything should be smooth sailing. Luckily, I can zoom far back and watch how the laning phase goes. Okay, so one thing you should be doing right away is trying to hit level 2 before your opponents. Thresh and Caitlyn have a level 2 power spike because when Thresh, okay, so he levels a Flay, which is one of the most optimal skills to level up. You don't know that he levels Flay until you click on him as Jinx. So what you do is you click on him, and if you see he has this right here, Flay, it means okay, he skilled up Flay. If he doesn't have it, it means that he skilled up Hook or he skilled up Lantern. Lantern is usually skilled up when invades happen and there was no escape for the person that got caught out during the invade, so they skill up Lantern to click to safety basically. But by scaling up Flay first, Thresh can theoretically push the wave much faster than the opponents can. And if you see that Caitlyn starts Q, which she doesn't, in fact, she starts Trap right here. It means that you have all the advantage to push to level 2 because she as soon as she uses a trap, as long as you don't step on it, she has no way to damage you with abilities. Example abilities include Q, or E. She won't have E at level 1 because nobody really takes E at level 1. she won't have E at level 2, so by the time she hits level 2, she still has no damage output other than auto attacks. Whereas you have a Q and a Zap or a Flame Chompers, depending on your support. So what you do is you want to switch to rocket form. You want to start right away, because the moment you see that these two people have skilled up their skills, trap, flay, it means that what can they do at level 2? You have to assess what is a possibility at level 2, and your processing should be very quick, because it's naturally obvious that Thrushes take hook, and it's obvious that if she starts trap, then obviously at level 2 she's going to take Q, right? Because she needs Q to deal damage. She's not going to take E, because why would you take E? She's basically playing so defensive that she doesn't deal damage. So it's like a jungler comes down and gank right now for the blue side. They'd be like, hey, I don't have Q, so all I can do is net them, which kind of makes me lose distance this way, and I have a trap. There's no point in ganking, so they pretty much lost pressure in the lane early, which means that by them losing pressure, you have to assert the pressure back at them. You have to punish them for the mistake of choosing the wrong skill at level 1. Trap inadvertently does absolutely nothing against the bot lane, especially when you're a bully. So what Jinx should be doing is switching to rocket form and auto-attacking this minion, which would just splash onto this minion, then going for this minion, then this minion, so she can clear the way first. Tahm Kench, I don't know what he skills up first, but if he chose Q, he can go for the harass. He chose shield. Not a bad idea, Maybe he wants to trade early. He has melee, right? I don't know if I can't tell because replay doesn't allow me to assess champion statistics. Okay, so let's play the lane out. She gets 1 CS. He walks up poorly. He hits a champion. They should reciprocate the damage. If not, splash damage onto here is also fine too. Minions are already trading onto Thresh, so she should be punishing either the Thresh or going for CS. Let's see what she does. Nothing. Okay, so target stack onto that. That's fine. She hits this minion, which is splash damages on both. That's fine. That's a perfect auto. Do it again. No, she switched back to regular form. Rocket form does more damage. Probably she would have gotten the CS, but it's fine. She doesn't miss it here. She should be able to get every single CS here. She should be at 6. Okay. Hit. Good. She might miss that one. That's fine. Minigun. That's fine. No! Okay, so right here, Caitlyn is attempting to bully. Tahm Kench should actually be standing in here, but for her, she should be moving right over here. What makes it so important for her to move over here is because Caitlyn's positioning will be facing towards this way, which means that these creeps will surround her, forcing her to take a very negative pattern on the way out. I'm going to screenshot this. Okay. So. Oh, Jesus, the colors again. So, we are red, and they're blue. So, on blue side, what would happen is, because she auto-attacks this way, she's standing here, these minions will try to aggro on her. These minions won't walk towards her, but they'll be standing in this position trying to surround her. Had she, when knowing, if you were watching what Caitlyn was doing, if you looked at her movement patterns, she was moving towards this way to try to get an auto-attack this way. In response, you should actually be standing behind your minions. Let's theoretically say that she didn't level up that trap skill at level 1. What would happen instead if you chose something else, right? So if she chose Q, if she chose the Q right here, it would go in a straight line, which would mean that it does the full amount of damage, which would chunk her down pretty far, right? So by standing behind these minions right here, you not only will she force to shoot the Q through 3 minions, but each time it hits a minion, the damage is mitigated. So you win the trade if provided that you actually get hit by it, and auto attack her back. Plus these 3 minions deal extra damage to her. But at the same time, if you're lucky, this minion will turn on aggro onto Caitlyn, which would force Caitlyn to stand here, and then these 3 minions plus this one would surround her. So then you can get in 2 or 3 extra auto attacks off. So you would completely win the trade when she decides to Q. I need to turn off this stupid ass camera rotation tool. I really fucking hate doing replays. Good. Oh god, thank god. This is also fine. I didn't notice about this, but she's just looking for invade, so that's actually naturally the right thing to do. Look for invades, guard for against invades. So we're going with this again. She should have queued a lot more than she should have. I mean, it's okay to expend mana because you know you're gonna hit level 2 first, so you kind of restore all that mana upon level up. Well, not all of it, but like a chunk. Remember that you only, oh yeah, she should also know that she only has 1 health pot. So if she takes too much damage from Thresh, she's going to have to expend that health pot, thus losing resources against Caitlyn. So keep an eye on Caitlyn, because she also has 1 health pot too. Tahm Kench is standing too far back to be useful as a support, so you're going to have, you're almost like basically playing this lane 1v2. So that auto attack is fine. See how these 3 minions aggro her as soon as the trade happened? She doesn't win the trade because she took a lot of damage earlier from Thresh, but right there, had she moved over here, like I said, this minion also would have aggroed on her because the minions were close enough. Because if she's over here and Caitlyn is directly down here in response to the auto attack, she would be aggroed by this minion too because they're in their like aggro circle or some shit. Now the benefit of Targons actually comes through here. So now that she's level 2, what can she do? She's skilled up Zap. That's a fine skill up. Choppers and Zap end up giving the same result, some form of CC. Depending on what your support laner is. Is this Tongue Lash? No, it's Devour. So, let's figure out exactly how Devour and that would work. Because again, you don't know what your support level's up unless you're duo queuing. So, had he leveled up he not leveled up Thick Skin and chose to level up Tongue Lash and Devour. Tongue Lash for the slow, Zap for the super slow, then Devour and spit them back, and then go for the all in. Maybe burn a flash. Second alternative choice. She takes Flame Chompers. He takes Devourer. Tongue Lash for the slow, Devourer for the guaranteed grab. Spit him back, Flame Chompers down. The Thresh can't escape. Gets taken down a fuck ton. Then is forced to flash. You can generally follow up after with your own flash. Secondary Tongue Lash comes up, and you pretty much got the kill. So that's all in theory, but you don't know what your friends have skilled up, so you can't you have the potential to all in right there at that exact time. However, Devour, like this actually takes some time to land because you have to wait, hold on. Requires 3 stacks of an acquired taste to be devoured. So that's 3 autos, right? Like legit 3 autos. I think that's how it works, or 3 tongue lashes. Yes, 3 champions with 3 stacks of an acquired taste will be stunned for 1.5 seconds. Yeah, so he has no way to get the devourer off unless he tongue lash autos or something like that. All right. Let me just check Tahm Kench. Why did that not fucking go? Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was all black, right? Okay, so what I was saying was she leveled up Flame Chompers. Tahm Kench leveled up Devour. You need acquired taste. Basic attacks and damaging abilities and acquired taste onto enemies, stacking up 3 times. Okay, so he's melee, right? Tahm Kench is melee, or is he ranged? Because I would think that with his tongue he's ranged. Melee. Okay, he's melee 200. So Tongue Lash, if you land it, then double up. Then get close enough to perform 2 autos. Thresh will instinctively flay. That's fine, but you can still chase after. You grab him, you spit him out, and then you shoot the Zap or you drop a Flame Choppers on top. They're hard CC'd, they're soft C or they're soft CC'd. You make him burn a pot, you make him burn a flash to escape your Devour, and then you're up 1 resource. You're up a summoner. You're an entire summoner. Alright, let's get back to it. Okay, she misses the Zap. Push the lane further. Because with all these minions, you kind of pressure the lane really hard. They need 1 mage minion to level up. So punish them. Tahm Kench should, like, seriously not be retarded. Like, he's playing so far back for no reason. at all. There is no reason to play this far back. He's got full HP and 2 health pots. And he's already burned one of his health pots. Should be fighting with the Jinx. Some fucking support, eh? Why are they both playing? Oh, now he decides to... What the fuck? He devoured that shit? Hit it, at least. Kill it for the target stack. Oh, now she's... This guy's retarded! Why did he have to... Oh my god. Now you force the lane to be under... Okay, so thanks to this Tahm Kench, all lane pressure is lost. Right there. All that lane pressure is completely lost. That's so great. Holy fuck. Kill this mage minion. Okay, never mind. Wow. That's fine. That's fine. Just keep an eye out on the minions. Ugh. Like I said, keep an eye out on the minions. Really? You could not have dodged that. Was the reaction time that slow? You gotta, like, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. Here's how you could see it fucking coming. Okay? Oh my god. It's so basic. What the fuck? Alright, look at this. He's walking okay, hold on. Can't backspace it again. So you're taking a fuck ton of harass. And, you know, your support is, like, got Down syndrome or AIDS or something like that. So here's what happens. You take a bad trade. These minions are on you. This is why you have to be careful. When I say stand behind your minions when you auto attack, this is why. Because by standing outside of the range, you know, these minions will aggro on you, and then you're suddenly creep blocked. Like right here, she kind of got creep blocked. Well, not really. That mage minion didn't move soon enough. Okay, first, she can't dodge this. Second, you see him walking forward. And the thing is, he's still committing to walking forward. Which means that, what is he going to do? A hook is coming. It's beyond obvious that a hook was coming. Do you not expect the hook to be coming when you're at, what, 90, less than 100 HP? Like, do you expect him to just be like, hey, I'm going to let you go? Because, you know, they're trying to win the fucking game, too. So this hook is, like, he's still walking forward. Which means that he will be trying to kill you. It's very, very, very obvious. He's like telegraphing it to you. I'm gonna kill you. You better dodge it or else I'll kill you. I've literally got you. And there's no way you're gonna dodge it because you're clearly not a capable player to dodge this. So instead, you don't actually dodge it. And he still has the wind-up time? Like, you could have just moved to the right this entire time or moved to the fucking left the entire time. Now she's forced to burn heal, and Tahm Kench is forced to burn flash to devour her to safety. It's a pretty cool safety maneuver. Congratulations, you lost bot lane lost 2 out of their 4 summoners in exchange for 1 summoner of Thresh. Because you decided not to dodge a single one of these skill shot abilities that were ridiculously obvious. Not only that, but also Tahm Kench cost you the lane. Now, Caitlyn is able to either initiate a freeze, which is impossible due to the amount of minions that exist in this lane. So instead she decides to push the tower and deny you up to 3, 6, 8 CS. It's a lot of CS early. And you're down 13 CS. So dying 8 is huge. Look at this. Look at this. Hit the... Oh, damn. Okay. These so obvious. Okay. You're down 19 CS now, my homie. Good. That's actually a smart ward. If Tahm Kench didn't place a ward there, assuming that his trinket's down and he just went back to base and didn't buy a ward, this is a good defensive ward. Because you have to assume that the lane's going to push towards you, and based on the pattern that she keeps shoving your lane, because, you know, she's a lane bully, she will shove to you. So warding this is redundant. It's like pointless. But what she should do it... Jesus fucking Christ. What she should do is stand behind the minions. Like, I was just about to get to that. But at the same time, she should not be pushing the lane like this. Because by pushing the... Okay, so maybe for Tahm Kench last hitting, that kind of makes sense. But by pushing the lane, you're basically making it go in her favor, because if the minions are here and you're standing like right over here, she can continually walk auto, and you would have no way to respond to that. And by initiating a freeze or letting it push this way, you're closer towards your tower and therefore more safe. So she can't really commit to walking and autoing and kiting you forward, whereas you'd have to respond by walking backwards. She can't do any of that if you defensively play by just sitting back and safely farming, because right there, by pushing the lane, you're giving her exactly what she wants, and you don't want to give your opponents what they want. At the same time, you're also opening yourself right here, because what happens is when you perform an auto attack, you have to briefly stand still, which is why people tend to activate like the reason why Kalista was being created was because they listed this in a comment as an official Q&A. Kalista was created because players are fucking retards and they don't know how to kite, so they made a champion that is like absolutely perfect for kiting, so that people would actually do it, right? So as a perfect demonstration of this player's inability to kite or cancel an animation or an auto animation, basically what happens is when you auto attack, you stand still. Normally what people do is they auto attack and they right click already. They already perform a right click towards the next movement so that the animation would finish and then they would already be moving. That's basically what kiting is, right? So by doing this exact motion, what happens is you would be able to perform the auto attack, you would kill the minion, and you would continue your movement. But what happens here is she auto attacks and she stands still. And during that little period of her standing still, Thresh, in theory, can actually punish you for that. What a good player would do is, you know that this CS is low, you know that this player is in range to get it, and if he steps out of bounds, you throw a hook or you go up and flay them. That is the correct motion to do, because you're punishing them for not only stepping out of bounds, but punishing them for them doing the right thing. It's a possibility. So right here, she already moves like after. It's a slight movement command, but then she moves back to where she was standing before, which gets punished by this hook. He's gonna fly in, right? No, he's not. Okay, good. Hook breaks, I think. Now Thresh could just stand up here. No, Thresh should just be standing up here and wailing the piss out of her. They've got so much advantage. Sure, she has equal pots. They should be punishing. Why are they so afraid? Look at this Jinx step out of bounds. Punish her for her like stupidity. She's stepping out of bounds too much. She got hit by an auto for that. Exactly. So this should go to Tom Kench. That goes to Tom Kench too because he has 3 stacks. Sit back here. Exactly. This is a fine thing to do. You're not in range to get hooked. You know, you're in the safety zone. Plus, you got this ward to guarantee that they're not gonna like do a lane gank maneuver or anything like that. Nope, don't stand in the bush. You can get punished for standing in the bush, because if Caitlyn walks down here and responds with an auto attack in the bush, she gets 2 stacks on her passive, which means that she can get more headshots off if she did the right pattern. But of course, she's also standing in the safety of her minions in the case that Jinx comes down or skill shots come in. So these minions are in the right position. Like arguably, she can hover in between here freely, like at any point, because she's got so many minions to defend her. Whereas Jinx cannot do the same thing, because not only are there so many minions here, this bush isn't warded, but that doesn't matter. But it's because they're losing minions, and this is easily punishable. She's still trying to trade when they're behind, and what Loco Doco said in a particular video: try not to trade when you're behind. He said don't, but I'm gonna say try not to, because you can still try. It's just that it's gonna be harder. Especially when they have more items than you eventually. Okay, Xinjiao coming in for a gank. Don't make it obvious. Okay, a ward comes down. That's fine. She's last hitting fine, and she's sitting behind minions. This is exactly what she should be doing. She should be hovering behind minions. Ah, that's how it works, eh? Well, it's a guaranteed kill. Yep. No flame chompers. She gonna flame? No, she's not gonna flame chompers. Okay. What's good coordinating? What was good in particular about this was that she coordinated a gank. Like she called for a gank when the player's flash was completely down. Therefore, it comes in handy. In assertion to this, she should be sitting back and freeze farming, because Caitlyn has to back, but their Caitlyn is also as dumb as their Jinx, so she's gonna choose not to back. Maybe she wants this cannon minion wave. Yeah, she has enough for what she needs, aka BF Slard. So she should already be getting that. Maybe she wants more. I don't know. Oh, looks like a fight's going on over here, but that doesn't really. She should actually be pushing the bottom tower. AD carries don't need to really jump into fights. She actually just wasted all her time going up and down. Okay, this ward is cool, but she just wasted her time going up, then back down. Though this lane is here, like sitting down here, you can generally push further to try to deny as many creeps against Caitlyn, because Caitlyn's already, you know, fed in terms of minions, so you want to try to prevent her from getting more fed by denying as many creeps as possible. You're still 16 C or 17 CS down, so like it's even in gold because of that one kill, but like you can see the difference between, like, she's got 60 minions and you've got 45, but you guys are basically even in gold. She has more. Like, you know what I mean? 20 like, none of that mattered. So luckily red side wins because everybody always sends me wins, so it's okay. Okay, what she should be doing is trying her best to freeze, keeping it up here as close as possible. But the only thing is, you'd have to tell your support freeze here, because if he starts like wailing on it to park his Targans, it's a problem. He should also be last hitting it too. She's not last hitting it technically, but freezing here would make it so that Caitlyn has to enter. While she is gonna bully you like near the tower, she's in an unsafe zone because you're closer to your tower, which means that you can coordinate more lane ganks, especially with Tom Kench being like a miniature version of Thresh. You know, with that devour chain combo, that was really good. So maybe he isn't retarded after all. Now she's deciding to push the lane, I think. Yeah, she's deciding to push the lane instead of freezing it in an attempt to deny Jinx. But that's exactly what Jinx wants. Why? Because a gank, not only is a gank about to be coordinated, but she can actually fairly hit under tower. Well, she can last hit under tower fairly well. Blah. My words are so confusing. Hey, maybe I should stream the rest of this. Alright. Yeah. Oh man, what is going on here? Okay, yeah, it's 2 kilobytes per second. Okay, that's fine. She can fairly last hit really well under tower. Now, okay, so here's the issue. This is where it comes in. First of all, they can't go through walls, right? I'm just checking that they can't really go through walls. Oh, he's ulting. Holy. Oh, right. Now, here's the thing. Your eyes are committed here. No, this is a good bait by them. By going towards the left, which forces Jinx to go towards the left, she'd have to, you know, she's farther away from her tower because like this distance is rather huge, right? So this makes it so Kha'Zix can come in for the flank and get her. She will have to burn a summoner. Like, guaranteed she's gonna burn one summoner during this gank. The travel time between these two is gonna take some time. So if they coordinate this correctly, which is pretty unlikely, I'm gonna say this is gonna go bad for blue side somehow, but also it's gonna be probably, in hindsight, maybe a 1-for-1 or a 1-for-2 in favor of blue side. Let's find out. Okay, so zap comes off. Okay, I can't believe that actually hit. All right. Oh, he went too soon. That is a problem right there. He went in too soon when it came to the flank behind. All right. Yep, that is awkward. Now the gank doesn't get off. Now the gank is gonna be undergone poorly. Now, okay, so I still predicted that one summoner would be burned. Let's look at what's happening over. Well, we can't, because what's happening is I'm trying to play this on Jinx's perspective. She's gonna be focusing more on herself and trying to get out alive rather than, you know, focusing on where the fuck is my support, because that doesn't matter, because they're performing a gank, but you need to worry about yourself before you can join forces. So she flashed. 2 summoners burned like I predicted. Yeah, she's really low. Red buff will kill her. No? Fuck, the burn was off by a millisecond. Okay, now they just turn around on Tom Kench. Thresh should be going back. What the fuck? All right, she's back. She's safe. There's nothing that can kill her. There's no global ult or anything. Okay, maybe Gangplank, but his is on. You don't know if this is on cooldown or not. But in general, they might like predict like right around here. So you're generally safe. Okay, Tom Kench gets an auto. Tom Kench gets 2 autos. He goes stealth, gets shield. Xin Zhao goes in. Eid, completely flayed off. Tom Kench is finished. Nice. 1 for 1, okay. Okay, a flash. Oh, Jinx rocket goes down, completely misses. Orianna from red side comes in, that's a double for her. Shockwave right here, shockwave somewhere, shockwave. There's the shockwave. Heal burn, flash burn in response. Lux responds. Auto attack's not enough. In response, Lux comes down. Awkward. Alright. Oh, hey, look, a 1 for 2, lol. In favor of, no, wait, no, nobody died. 0 for, a 2 for 0, basically, for blue side. Wow. Incredibly, well executed. That was pretty cool. Alright. Let's get back to the game. So, she should be last hitting under tower, not freezing, because you can't freeze under the tower like this. Really? Why did you go for the harass? Now she gets creep blocked. Why? She went for the harass. That's her own fault. She lost all those creeps. Or, not all those creeps, but a cannon and 2 melees. She went for her harass and gets punished by a thresh hook. Now she's forced to burn potions again. She loses 35 gold, but that's okay. She loses 70 gold because she burned 2 potions to get back to full HP, of course. But she basically lost a cannon minion, which makes up for 1 potion, and then 2 melees, which makes up for 2 potions. So she lost 2 potions worth of gold right there. She could have made up all the gold back, but she didn't. She's only 10 CS down because there was so much action going on, and now she's able to CS freely. What is with this person's deal and like going for harass when she should be going for CS? That's another thing. Like, going for harass is okay. There's nothing wrong with going for harass. Just do it right, because CS at most times is always like it counts as 1 mini objective, and that's very important. What the fuck is this flay? That's a free kill. Kill him. What are you doing? Kill him. Really? Nice. Wow. 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 She's a free kill. Spit her out. Done. So easy. This dragon isn't free. It's already regened a lot. You could take actually a lot of damage from this. Can you ult somebody, Caitlyn? Like legit ult? That's not the target you want to ult, of course, but fine too. Really? Really? Get the dragon. More important objective. They're very low. Kha'Zix should have been there. What the fuck was he? Could have wiped them all out. Now they have to back. You can kind of see what Jinx accomplished and all that. She accomplished nothing. She got 1 wave of CS. Congratulations. You got 1 creep wave. Now what does she get? She chose to freeze farm over you. If anything, she could let it push under tower, or she can shove the wave to deny you. And, you know, that's very beneficial. So she's gonna choose the deny route. Smart move. In fact, the best way to do this is, since you're always under so much pressure and you're not last hitting properly, in response what you can do is you can let the tower drop, but as long as you freeze farm right after, and you freeze farm it under your second inner turret so that it's a safe position. I've talked about this a lot in my other videos. Okay, see how this plays out. Play. Okay, just gonna let this harass go off for free, sure. She's out of mana, so she has a mana pot! What the hell? Okay, this item build is awkward. She should have had enough for a pickaxe. That would have been so much better than a stupid dagger and a crit cloak. She's not gonna really... She should not... Well, okay, right there, she should have just hit the minions and killed 2 of them. But I think that she could have just went on to Caitlyn. Hook, dude, hook. Oh my god. What, do you only want to hook when the guy's under tower so you can flay them in the tower? You can hook elsewhere too. Fuck. Hook. Oh my god. Look at this harass. Look at that crit though. Oh dear. Wow. It's fine. Don't ulti. Not until they're really low. It doesn't actually do as much damage as you think. If you because they nerfed it and all that. Oh my god. Now they're kind of low. Oh dear. Yeah. This is where Mia pings have to come in, you know? Play? No! He's dead. Retard. That's what happens when you fly in. Dumb fuck. This is a kill. This is a kill. Okay, in theory it's a kill. You have heal, right? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? What in the fuck? In theory, they could actually take this tower. I don't know why they chose not to take the tower. Like, I get. Oh, okay. This is actually really good. Oh, oh, oh. Actually, it's 2v1. What the fuck? Go! It's 2v1. Where's Lux? Just kidding. Lux is gonna push the tower mid too. Get that tower, yo. Get it. Just a few more hits. This guy's retarded. Fucking ain't no Xin Zhao. Good, they got a global objective. Alright, Jinx. Jinx has to not enter the lane. She's now in a very unsafe zone. Though there's two people backing her up, it's very difficult to assault. Though it's very difficult to do things. So instead she should just freeze farm here, let her push. There's got a cannon right here, so okay, she broke the freeze instantly. Great job, dude. Okay, what this means is she wants to rotate. If she's doing this exact idea, she wants to rotate group, and like I said, mid game, early game skirmishes, especially with the Fed Xin Zhao, really good. If she's choosing not to freeze and catch up in CS to her opposing laner, then she has to be grouping in order to try to end the game early. But she's not doing either of those options, so she's gonna decide to push, which is not really the best idea. Because Caitlyn could just show up and push back, and the laning phase just repeats itself, except that you don't have a tower. So you freeze in response so that she's forced to do something, and then your team punishes, like maybe on her way to rotate towards mid, she gets caught out, and then or you force her to farm the jungle, which means that your enemy jungler loses jungle creeps, so you're denying two people instead of one. Yeah, she got carried by this Xin Zhao. Like, completely fucking carried. Like, what the fuck? She could have done it herself if she just dodged a few skill shots and, like, was able to capitalize on level 1. She could capitalize on level 1. That's how fast it was. This tower's going down. In response, they take this tower. That's fine. That's exactly what Caitlyn was supposed to do. She did her job. Now they're behind. In response, push this wave, rotate mid immediately. Gotta push this out. Okay, never mind. No, you don't need to go anymore. If you see that your team was doing something like that, it means that you can just continue pushing bot. The reason why is because if they had the situation not under control and they needed the defensive, the cavalry basically, then you would be able to play it defensively and rotate mid. This is a win. The red side still wins this no matter what happens. Jinx could go 0-8, doesn't matter. Red side wins this. Gangplank can't do anything. Gangplank, what are you thinking of accomplishing? What the fuck, dude? You shit. You get speed? Wait, you actually get speed? Oh, that's so cool. That's the oh wow. Great job, man. Oh, I don't know. You have this at your disposal. I wonder where it is. I'm pressing my one button. It seems to not be working. Okay, he's got 6% damage buff. That's really good for her. Now that she's got her Infinity Edge, how great is an Infinity Edge on Jinx? Provided with the fact that she's got Q max and W max second, that's not a bad idea. You really only need one in Flame Chopper. Zap does a lot of damage. That's actually a really smart idea. Infinity Edge, 3 hits in a row, fast auto attacks based on minigun. You're bound to get a crit eventually, and it's kind of like a power spike. Once you get Static Shiv or Phantom Dancer, in this case you would probably get Phantom Dancer. You're pretty much set. Like that's just enough. 2 items and you're set. It's kind of like Trist. Good. Okay. She cleared out a wave. Okay, this is okay. Clearing out a wave before grouping, because then this means that your opponent has to answer to the push. Then she rotates mid. Correct play. Rocket. Rocket, what the fuck? Why did she stand still? She wasn't gonna rocket. Okay, I bet. Rotate to your team while your team is fighting. There's the rocket. Doesn't do much damage. Regardless of the other rocket wasn't gonna do that much damage either. Alright, she's grouped with her team. This is a win for them right there if she gets a reset right there. She got a reset. Go forward. Sit back and kite with rockets. Good. Her positioning is fine. She should be... No, stand behind the Taric. Try to stand behind the Taric. Okay, never mind. She flashed forward. Okay, that's a kill. Never mind. Good flash. Try to time that. Try to keep that in mind. The specifically the flash from Caitlyn. Why would she go behind? What the fuck is she doing? She's fucking greedy as shit. Good team would kill her, but there's nobody there to do it. Fucking kill her. Never mind. She's gonna win that. It's fucking retarded, dude. Like this should not be happening. Like why would you prioritize these fucking kills over an objective? Just get the fucking objective. Like stop being so fucking stupid. Jesus fucking Christ. And now oh great, she actually lived. Oh, she burned a summoner for it too. Great, good job. You burned a very useful summoner for your greed. How does that make you feel? Probably doesn't make you feel anything because you're clearly too stupid to figure it out. Teleport from Taric up to top to defend the top lane. This is also what I said about the importance of answering to top lane, because by pushing the top lane out, or this top lane wave is rolling, it pressures this tower, and eventually GP might like split push it. So in response, it's okay. He has to teleport up to it. So therefore, if Dragon was up, they would be able to take the Dragon. Otherwise, nah. Okay, here's the thing. Right after they sieged bot, she decided to go. Right after they sieged mid, and all that action happened mid, she decides to go bot. Now, what I said about earlier is pushing one wave is fine because eventually the wave will push backwards because somebody had to have answered to it, right? But the thing is, we're gonna backspace it a few seconds, and you're gonna see exactly what happens after pushing this tower down, right? The natural response for the enemies is, okay, now that they've sieged the tower, they have to back. So in response, these guys are gonna push back as a response. Like they're playing reactive. Like where's my paint? There it is. Okay. When a team takes what the fuck? Okay, when a team takes a tower, okay, mini map. We're red side, right? Okay. Rushes. When a team takes a tower, they siege this tower and they try to get this tower. When all else fails, like when they say, okay, well, we can't siege anymore because they're all up, because they got a bunch of kill. They killed off Lux, they killed off Gangplank, they killed off Kha'Zix. Okay, so now that gives them an opportunity to siege. They take a tower and they try to go for more, but they can't because creep wave is not there. Creep wave is not there to support them. Therefore, they would just be face tanking it with their with champions, which is not the right idea to do unless you're super fucking tanky. Example would be Taric, but Taric needs to go back up to top to respond to the top lane aggression. Aside from the fact that there's no minion wave to support them, other enemy champions have respawn and they will be rushing deck down mid lane. So, the best option to do is to back up to base, get a power spike, get items, get wards, and get potions, get ready for another objective control battle, aka Dragon, maybe ward up Baron, and ward up the jungle especially, right? And in response, what blue team are going to do is they're going to rush straight down to the nearest tower that they can get with the current minion wave that's pushing towards them. Since red team just lost their minion wave, that means blue team has a minion wave to respond. So what are they going to do? They're going to rush mid, right? So what should you do? Be ready to rush mid and defend. Why would you go bottom all the way down here? By the time you get to bottom, or by the time you get to bottom, it's gonna be too late for you to, you know, get to mid, right? Because but the distance here is like if you like, you know, fucking coordinate it down here, it's equal distance, right? It's like equal distance, maybe even more if you include the travel time, right? Turn this down here, you like copy and paste it and push it down and tilt it a little and turn it down here. You're gonna be able to make it back in time to mid by the time you get down to bot. So you're ready to defend mid. You might be alone, you might not be alone. You don't know. Maybe this Tahm Kench was sticking by you the entire time. So that's 2 people going down mid. Orianna comes mid. That's 3 people. Xin Zhao's right here. All he has to do is walk down here. You've got 4 people mid. It's a 4v4 skirmish. Maybe a 4v5 skirmish because you got Tarek coming down through here. But you're ready to defend mid because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take mid. But instead, you opt to go to bot for your own fucking greed. And here's what happens. In theory, this tower should go down. This minion wave is not a cannon wave. It's not going to go down. There's no way it's going to go down. Unless... Oh, nope. There's no way it's going down. There's no way in hell it's going down. See? Not going down. Reason? Caitlyn and Kha'Zix aren't there. They have the wave clear for it, though. They do have the wave clear. Keep in mind that when you're there, you have to consider both sides of the party. What terms of wave clear do we have against Siege and with Siege? So against Siege, what do they have? They have Gangplank. Gangplank's wave clear is insane. Just to pop a barrel, they all gather around the barrel, shoot the barrel. All of them take a shit ton of damage. Lux pops their E, they're all gone. Like immediately after. Easy. Caitlyn also has a Q. He also has his flay, but you know he doesn't want to use his flay, so Caitlyn probably uses a Q to push the wave out. It's very easy for them to wave clear and siege against them. So if they have big creep waves building up, it's harder for these guys to respond with wave clear, right? So in theory, if she got static shiv, like this is just in theory, it would help against the wave clear, but they would have to use Orianna 2 spells, Q and W, in order to wave clear. So their wave clear costs more mana than blue team's wave clear. Therefore, it's inefficient in response. Lol. Lol. Pick off. Taking too much damage. Dead. Great job, jungler. Now, what is the decision here? Should I go mid or should I go bot? The answer is bot. Why? This is huge. You're gonna need to push it back because this is gonna assert pressure. You also don't know where Kha'Zix is, so if you're there and he knows what he's doing, he would hop over this wall and flank you. You'd be alone. You have 2 people to support you, but if they're not paying attention, they're too tunnel vision focused heavily up in the front line, then you're probably gonna be in a dangerous situation in which you have to burn a flash or a summoner spell in order to escape the Kha'Zix. Otherwise, just go bot. Not only is it a safe option, but you can clear it quickly as long as you have your rockets active. You just turn on your rockets, shoot the low ones a few times. The splash damage and potentially the crits will single-handedly just end it off. Plus, you get gold, you can get Phantom Dancer, you can rush right the fuck down to mid lane. Probably want to get home guards too. Good recall. That's enough for a home guard. I mean, that's enough for a Phantom Dancer, straight up. Upgrade to scrying too. She didn't upgrade to scrying. Why does this guy have a sweeper? Okay, so if he has scrying, then you should get sweeper too. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Usually 80 carries don't get sweeper. Like, it's the general thing. Okay, she got Phantom Dancer. She have enough for a ward? Of course she has enough for a ward. She have enough for a pink ward and a regular ward? Of course she does. She can just upgrade this. She can get 3 items right here. Scrying orb, then a pink ward and a regular ward. Or scrying orb, 1 ward and 2 pots. Or a pink ward and 2 pots. Either way, she could have used this extra gold. She made the right decision. She has a huge power spike now. This is fucking incredible. She should not be standing there. She definitely should not be standing there. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what happens when you stand there. That was... What, was she thinking that she would do... She's a god. She needs 3 stacks on her minigun if she wants to really get a crit. What the fuck? Holy fuck. Oh, okay. I thought he was really manly enough to get a triple right there, lol. And now they lose this objective. One thing that's nice is that she's now officially ahead in farm with Caitlyn. Caitlyn has been denied a lot of farm. Now, again, when I said had she freeze frozen the lane right here in the safe spot, she would have accumulated much bigger gold lead than she has now. She's got quite a gold lead, right? 300 gold. That's just, well, okay. That's not noticeable, but that's enough to upgrade a trinket and stuff like that. But it's still a factor. Gold is everything to an AD carry, because AD carries are AD carry itemization is pretty shit in this current meta. You know, it's all about AP mages and their item spikes. What would happen is basically, if she froze, right, I think in theory she would have had at least 200 CS. Like, just 200 is enough right now in this particular instance. She could have accumulated 40 CS if she froze correctly, and if nothing went wrong, like they didn't siege poorly or anything like that, then you know, 200 CS would have 200 CS, and she got like 2 or 3 kills, right? So she would be 2, 2, and 5 with 200 CS, which is enough for Phantom Dancer. Like, yeah. You've got enough for a Phantom Dancer, then you join the fight, then you become 4, 2, and 5, then you build your next item, which is Last Whisper or BT. So it would have been like that. That's how the situation could have played out if nothing went wrong. Like, they don't 5-man gank her bottom or some shit for an objective. Now the dragon's up, you should be pinging dragon. Like, almost every time they need to get the dragon. What is important about this dragon compared to other dragons? The second dragon gives you damage. It gives you siege damage. I thought it was the minion damage for some reason, but it gives you siege damage. And why do you want that? Well, it's because when you're like this, okay, their team comp can siege. So if you give them the second dragon, that means that when they're pushing the lanes, because I've already discussed that they have enough wave clear to clear the waves down at any lane when they're trying to pressure it, right? So that being the case, if you give them that second dragon, and you know, as a siege team, if you give them that second dragon, they're going to be able to siege much more effectively, right? So by taking the dragon, not only do you get the power to siege back at them, but you also deny them that second dragon for the next 6 minutes. They're going to be 15% slower in sieges for the next 6 minutes. And that's still valuable, because when you take a resource that can be taken by both teams, by you taking that resource, you deny the enemy that resource. Though it is an available resource, you deny them. It's kind of like if the US and Russia are fighting for oil and you take all the oil, Russia can't claim that oil because you claimed all of it. And once the oil comes back again, if Russia gets it, then you can't get it. Make sense? Okay. Now right here, why would they decide to siege here when the wave is up here? It's going to take a while for them to get there. They'd have to prepare for a flank. And without Orianna to, you know, come in and play the defensive tool, it's going to be quite difficult. You've got a 14-1 and 2 Jin Zhao coming in, but it's still going to be quite tough. This is a pick-off right here. Picking him off, this guarantees that you get the objective. Okay. Their support's down. Their mid laner's out of mana. This objective is absolutely free. There is no reason to say this. They can't take this. This is absolutely theirs, 100%. And like I said, the whole point of this, like, I've said this in an older coaching video, but the kills aren't there for you to play Call of Duty, you know? You don't want to pad your KDA. The whole point of this game is to win the fucking game, and you want to win it cleanly, right? So the only reason people kill other people is to take objectives. Surrender boat came down. Well, the only way they could have come off of it was if they picked off a Jin Zhao or something. Jin Zhao was much more incredibly powerful than the other person, so that's there. So, unfortunately, I can't really cover too much, aside from the fact that the early lane phase was very important, because you can punish a player for their mistakes in the early game. And one of the biggest mistakes that the player made was the fact that they chose to, let's see, okay, so I'm just going to go over some of the other screenshots, but this right here is the level 2, the level 1 all-in, right? So, you knew that she has trap, therefore the only thing that she can use to battle you is her autos. There's nothing else. You know that he has Flay because if you clicked on him and you see that he has the Flay icon, he has Flay. Otherwise, he has the hook. He has Hook or Lantern. Most likely Hook, because nobody really takes Lantern. Like, the probability of people taking Lantern is ridiculously low. But that aside from the point, because she has Trap, it means that by level 2, even if she hits it first, she will not have a power spike. She has Q. Like, that is what she should have had at level 1.
But if she has it at level 2, that means she has Q and W. Great. But he is stronger at level 2, but she isn't as strong. For them to be on equal playing fields, they have to be level 3, in which he has all his tools at his disposal, QWE, Lantern, Hook, and Flay, and she has all her tools at her disposal. 90 caliber net, as well as the trap and the Piltover Peacemaker. So that means that their power spike is delayed. Therefore, you should punish them while they are weak. While the opponents are weak, you strike at their weakest point. You know, that's a common saying. So, well, it's not common, but it's a used saying. So, in order to capitalize on them, you know, you punish them for their mistakes. And right here is just movement. If you step behind, you always just think about this. Like, just use your minions as a body block. They're nothing. They're just like, they're there for you to defend yourself with. Like, just standing behind minions makes it harder for your opponent to position themselves for a proper skill shot because they might hit the minion instead of actually hitting you. And knowing terrible skill shot hitboxes, sometimes like it'd be the perfect skill shot, but then it curves a little bit and it grabs this, you know. So that's what you can do. You can just capitalize on that. Oh, jeez. Is that all I had? Ah, I guess that's all the screenshots I had. The other one was that well. Yeah. Also, resources, you know, if you take too much harass, you're going to have to burn your potion, and then know that this lane was also been depicted by Tom Kench a lot, too. But, last hitting under tower, initiating freeze are some of the topics that I talked about, and unfortunately, I cannot cover much more because this video ended abruptly due to a surrender vote, which I did not actually expect. I was wondering why it was close so early. Like, did they actually get like a really good siege off? The thing is, with that top lane siege, that final top lane siege up at the tower, like if they just kept repeating the same pattern over and over again with maybe taking a kill or two, aka like let's say they kill the support and then they weaken the mid laner, forces the mid laner to back, they can take a free objective off of that. Like, those kind of things, if you could just keep repeating them, by killing people to take an objective, you're increasing your odds of winning the game because they're losing gold as you gain more. You're stretching your lead and stuff like that. Alright, this is the Vegimatic 10. I am signing out because there's nothing else for me to do. I'll probably get to more coaching in the future. You can follow me at LOLVeggie on Twitter, and you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/LOLveggie. Thank you for watching. I'm turning off my stream, and I will stop the recording. I'll see you guys next time.